Hello, and thanks for tuning in. Today's topic is installing an ice maker in an LG top freezer refrigerator. We'll start by showing you how to install the ice maker section that gets mounted in the freezer. It doesn't matter which LG top freezer model you're working on. This part always mounts the same way. However, the water valve assembly connection can vary a little depending on the model that you're working on. The standard LTCS series has a plate for the water fill valve in the lower right corner of the rear kick plate. But the garage-ready models do not have a lower kick plate, so you must use the included cover plate to mount the water fill valve. Finally, the LRTLS 2403S has a built-in water dispenser, so you can utilize the existing water connection and add the ice maker to it. In this video, we're going to cover all three options. Let's get to it. Unbox the LG ice maker and you'll see that the kit includes one ice maker, one water valve assembly, one cover plate, the hardware, a fill tube guide, and one ice bucket. Let's get started. Empty the freezer and unplug the refrigerator before starting installation. Start by removing the two black covers. Press the top and bottom to remove the plug cover and use a flathead screwdriver for the tube cover. Take the two ice maker screws and hand tighten in the holes provided. Make sure to switch the ice maker button to the off position. Attach the fill tube guide. Now hang the ice maker on the two screws and secure it with the bottom white screw. This will hold it firmly into place. With the red and black wires facing up, plug in the ice maker until it locks in place. The plug can only fit one way, so there is a chance the red and black wires could be on the bottom depending on how the freezer receptacle is mounted. If you have a standard LTCS series refrigerator, the back cover should look like this. Use a Phillips screwdriver to remove the 5 screws from the refrigerator's back bottom cover. Now it's time to install the water valve assembly. The terminal for the water valve assembly is located in the upper part of the cavity next to the condenser. Connect the water assembly wire harness connector to the refrigerator's terminal in the orientation shown. Here's a closer look at the wire connection setup. If it doesn't look like this, reset the connector until it does. Use the valve screw, which has a tether washer already attached to it, to anchor the water valve assembly. Use a Phillips screwdriver to insert the valve screw in the location shown, pushing the screw and tab through the paper. Make sure that the water valve assembly is held securely in place. Remove the small grill on the back cover with a Phillips screwdriver. Reattach the back cover using the 5 screws previously removed and adjust the water line hose if needed. Remove the black cap on the water valve. Locate the ice maker fill tube cover on the outside back of the refrigerator. Twist, rotate, and pull the fill tube cover off by hand. Insert the ice maker fill tube all the way into the opening until it stops and is securely in place. Securely mount the fill tube onto the refrigerator by inserting 2 screws into the perforated holes using a Phillips screwdriver. Secure the fill tube water line to the back of the refrigerator. Use a Phillips screwdriver to insert screws through the 3-band clips into the perforated holes. Your setup should look similar to this. If you're working on a model that's considered garage ready, like the LT18S 2100 or LHTNS 2403, then the back of the refrigerator should look something like this. Attach the water valve assembly starting with the valve at the bottom. Connect the wire harness with the teeth towards you facing up. Plug the harness into the 2 spaces on the right of the housing, leaving the left empty. Push until it locks in place. Now insert the water valve bracket into the metal valve cover plate using the valve screw. You'll be able to tell which screw it is because it has a small washer on it. Self-tap or pre-drill the holes next to the dash marks to attach the cover. Screw in the left side and then use a band clamp for the tube and secure the right side. The plate should look like this when finished. Next, we're going to insert the fill tube. Pull off and remove the cover and push the tube in until it's flush with the back. Attach with the screws provided. Using the two markings on the back of the fridge, secure the fill tube with the two remaining band clamps. Once the water line is installed, turn on the water and check for leaks around the connection. Once installation of the water line is complete, turn on the ice maker. Wait 12 to 24 hours for the first batch of ice and discard the first few batches of ice before consumption. The third possible ice maker install scenario would apply to the model LRTL-S2403. What makes this model different from the others is that it already has a factory installed water dispenser inside the refrigerator. This means it already has a water connection fitting, so you do not need to install that part of the ice maker kit. First, install the fill tube as shown in the previous videos. Locate and remove the fill tube cover. Insert the fill tube in until it stops and secure it with two screws. Fasten the fill tube using the hose bands and Phillips screws provided. Then, as you can see here, the LRTL-S2403 has the connector fitting and hose run up the back for the water dispenser. But as we look a little closer, you can see that the dispenser has an extra hose coming back out with a black cap on it. Remove the black cap and insert the white hose from the water valve in the left opening of the tube connector. Remove the clip from around the right opening and insert the ice maker fill tube. When inserting the tubes into the connector, insert far enough that only one guideline is showing. Tug gently on the tube to make sure it is secure. When complete, it should look like the diagram shown here. That's all there's to it. Hey, thanks for watching. If you ever need to reference this video again or are looking for assistance on another installation topic, please go to lghomeinstall.com. You can also register for LG's home appliance installation training website by following this link or scanning this QR code.